So I thought it'd be interesting to see how the comfort of a phone is between a S8, which is like an old phone, Samsung, the iPhone 17, and the iPhone 12 mini. Well, obviously, the iPhone 12 mini is expected to be the most comfortable one because the smallest, compact one. But a more interesting actually is this too. Oh crap! That is weird. Okay, so because I'm not having a good time with the iPhone 17, that's because of the size, right? I don't know exactly how big the iPhone S8 is, right? But looking at it, I didn't see the specs or anything, but looking at it like this, they seem pretty similar. Alright, I'll say probably the S8 iPhone 17 is just a bit taller. But is that tallness enough that it actually makes me uncomfortable to use this phone? Um, but this feels great in the hand. I think it might be a little curve or something. I'm not sure, but it feels very slim. The grip feels good. Because I never had an issue using this phone when I had it, right? When I got it, I thought maybe it was a little big, but when I started using it, I got used to it fast. This one, I'm not getting used to it, which might be because I'm jumping from my iPhone 12 mini. But even then, holding it right here, it feels good. It feels good. And people might not care too much about the comfort exactly, but I think it's a big factor as well. It's a phone. You're gonna be holding this phone. The display, the comfort of the phone, those are like very important things. I know there's like the specs, high specs, and amazing camera, whatever. But if it's a phone, you're gonna be picking it up and you're gonna be looking at it, then the comfort should be good, and the visual should be good too. Um, More stuff should be good too. But these are two things that I kind of value, I'll say. Uh, and this doesn't offer it. This doesn't offer it. It's a little heavy. It is heavy. So the weight thing, I don't know what the difference in weight is, but I'm gonna tell you that for sure the S8 is lighter. And S25 is also lighter than iPhone 17. I think I looked it up. Uh, and it's spec wise, I don't think the difference too much. Like CPU and stuff like that. iPhone 17 and S25. So it's making me regret getting this one because it's not comfortable. Right? It's not comfortable to hold. It feels a little too wide. A little too wide. So this one I can kind of reach the edge here. Oh shit! Yeah, I'm already worried that I might slip and drop or something. I can't reach the edge. Yeah, I'm struggling to reach the edge more. Is it actually that different? Hold up. How do I do this? Okay, I just gotta look at it and tell you. And honestly, it kind of looks the same a bit. Maybe it's slightly different. Yeah, it is a little bit slightly, ever so slightly S8 at the bottom. Ever so slightly wider, probably. That's what I think. But it also feels like curved part because is this the S8 Edge I have? I'm not sure. They have this curved thing, which maybe it feels good in the hand. And the slimness, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, the slimness also, bro. Probably the slimness helps a lot. I think they're slimmer at least. Sorry, this is not the best comparison, but maybe you could get an idea. Yeah, I think it's a little bit slimmer too. I'm gonna say, I think I used this word a couple times. It makes it feel unrefined. Um, when you get a brick, but then you kind of shape it, so that it feels good in the hand. That's when it feels refined. It feels good. And when you just get a freaking block of brick, because it feels like a brick. Honestly, I used that word brick somewhere else before, and having used it for a while now, for a few days, it feels like a brick. It's a little weighty, and it feels like a brick, shaped like a brick. I think this one is also, but slimmer. Is it slimmer? Is the iPhone mini slimmer? Is that older phone slimmer? Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's my case here for the iPhone 12 mini, but looks like the iPhone 12 mini is actually bigger somehow. I might be wrong about this one though. Alright? Well, definitely this one's just, it just works. It just works because it's smaller, right? The width is not gonna be the same, so you should be able to use it with one hand, right? And I think there's a point where you kind of think, or I think, how big is too big? And I think that bigness comes from the fact that if you are able to use your phone with one hand, this is a S8 old phone. It's about the same almost in dimension. This is all gonna depend on your hand as well. I'll say I'm someone who has small hands maybe and with wrist, but this is good. This feels good. I can like even move it with one hand because of the weight's not too bad, and just play around with it with one hand. All right, I think that's great. A phone I feel like should be made to be able to maneuver with one hand comfortably. Like this feels not good. It feels like I'm like it's gonna bounce out of my hands at some point, which is not good. And how big is big is like once you can use it with one hand, I feel like it's already too big. And the difference here isn't too big, right? It doesn't feel like it's too big. I can't turn it on. They're all dead. Battery's off. But this one I can still use with one hand. So this, my point comes that this should be more refined for you to be able to use it as a one hand like a Samsung. If this one could do it, why can't you do it? We're in the future. Maybe more stuff inside, yes, okay. But you want to be, it's a phone. You want to be able to use it one hand. Yes, some people have bigger hands and maybe bigger, a little bit bigger is better, but that's why they have the Max and stuff like that, right? I think. It just, I'm not saying like if it gets too big, it becomes closer to a tablet or anything, but it is they're refining. I feel like it's unrefined. The comfort is something Apple is missing, I feel. Even this one, honestly, even though I'm using it as it's a mini, it should, the comfort's already there, the compactness is there, right? It's like a mini. Holding this one feels better somehow. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not lying. This feels better. I think the curve, even though it's bigger, it feels kind of light. It feels well balanced, the weight, right? Here, it actually feels a little more, I'll say dense, like it's heavy because it's smaller and like, you know, in one spot, weirdly. And it doesn't feel as good in the hand, like while holding it, the comfort as the S8, which is weird to say. But reachability, portability is definitely there, right? But this one feels good. There's this thing I mentioned in my other video. So when I first got this, I was like, oh, this is light. And I'm surprised how much light it felt compared to iPhone 12 mini, which is weird to say. But when you hold it like this, I guess you're feeling most of the weight here. And the other weight is like, I don't know, it feels weird. But when you do it like that, then you start to feel the more weight. And I think there's more weight here somehow, I'm not sure. And here, so it's a little bit more unbalanced in the weight department, we'll say. But here, everything kind of feels, maybe the weight is less than the iPhone 17, and so that difference, even if there's a little more weight here and there, which I can't feel or tell, is less of a burden somehow. It feels more balanced. I can't tell. It feels more balanced. Anyway, before this video gets long, comfort, balance, and all that grip and everything. I felt this is really great. This is gonna be second, even though it's weird to say, because this is like the small phone, the compact phone. But this feels good in the hand. This doesn't exactly feel good in the hand to hold it, but portability and reachability is better. iPhone 17, it's more weightful. You can't really reach it with one hand, like comfortably. I say comfortably, you can't reach it. Again, as someone who has a small hand, weight and balance of the weight, it doesn't feel good in the hand exactly either. It feels just like a brick, unrefined to me. And so Samsung wins in that department comfort wise, even with the bigger screen, which is weird. Um, this is a S8. It's old. Maybe they had to put more stuff into the other ones. That's why they're most likely heavier and stuff like that, and they could refine the design more. Although, yeah, I got a whole iPhones. Yeah, I think the old iPhones, the curved one, the old ones, was something when I held it as a kid. I was like, oh, this feels really good. There's something about it like I liked a lot. Um, Holding it, right? Maybe that's what they did with the S8 here, but I don't know. Anyway, surprisingly, S8 for comfort, even though iPhone 12 mini is smaller and compact, I'm gonna give it to the S8. And I wish newer iPhones had a better design if they could for comfort.